Hello, welcome.
Hi, welcome back. Nice to see you again.
Welcome to the Street Forum. We're really happy to see you guys back. This week is a very important week for me because it's my birthday.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Like it's my birthday though, because it's definitely going to be a whole lot of fun on that day.
Yes. We're doing a taping. We're going to do a game show. So we're really excited about it, and we're really excited about the contestants that are going to come on our show. And
do you have their names?
Yes, but we're gonna keep that.
Okay, keep it secret.
We're gonna keep it secret.
Sorry.
We're gonna keep it secret.
Gotta wait and see.
It's not gonna be aired to the end of the month though, and we're gonna have it in a 2-part series. So definitely looking forward to see how everything just falls into place. I'm really excited to just have this happening on my birthday, so I know it's gonna be a lot of energy.
Yes, definitely, because you have a lot of energy naturally anyway. So it's going to be like times 2, really. Yeah. So as much as you love her now, just picture her times 2 on her birthday.
Yes. I think I'm going to get all dressed up as a host, too.
You're always dressed up, so you got to explain what dressed up means.
I'm going to do like the host. Like, I'm going to, like, not like a suit and tie, but I'm definitely going to spoof myself up and try and play that part. Just, to play the whole role of it.
I can't wait.
I definitely like how it's going to be set up.
We got a big surprise for you on Sunday, and I think you guys are going to enjoy what we are going to bring to the table on Sunday, to the point where you can actually play along with us as if you're here and playing along in our presence. Mm-hmm. And I look forward to everything that's going to go down with that whole game show.
Yes, because there's definitely going to be a point to it. And I believe that a lot of things always need to have something to come to it, right? So we're going to have like a backstory, but a backstory is just our life, right? So I think the best topic to dive into this week is on unwanted relationships.
Yes. How many of us are living right now, as me and you speak, in an unwanted relationship?
Too many, maybe.
Yeah, too many to count, for sure.
Too many. I think it's really tough. When I speak to a lot of my friends and my cousins, I don't even know where to begin with the things that they come to with me, and I look at people and I'm like, why do people weigh on the most childish things and consider it a problem?
Now, when we say childish, let's define, because some people think they're doing adult things that are really childish, and they really don't know how to interpret the fact that they're being childish. Like, they don't see it. So let's get some examples of what being childish could represent.
Childish. I think I could give a couple. I've been single for some time. I've been trying. When I say single, I mean I haven't been in a committed relationship.
Okay, yeah.
I have tried to have a couple of relationships in the past 3 years that I've been separated, and it's been tough. I don't know. I look at myself and I look at the scenarios and I'm like, if I'm going to put myself in an unwanted position, I'd rather it be someone else that I have more of a history with than what the insecurities that are going around right now. Like, one of the examples, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. When you start speaking to a guy, for me, because I date guys. So when I start speaking to a guy and they think that we're getting serious, they expect for me to stop hanging out with my guy friends. And I'm like, why am I going to stop hanging out with my guy friends? They're just my friends. Just like my girlfriends are just my friends. Am I supposed to stop hanging out with my girlfriends too? And they just go out on a tangent and talk about how I don't understand, that guys always have some kind of initiative, and there's always these things going on. In my head, I'm like, but how do I know girl that's friends with me isn't really gay, they don't have an initiative.
But see, I have to say to that, that's all about knowing the people that you're around. You know, because if you don't know a person's true intentions, then obviously you don't know them, and it would require you getting to know them better. So, with that, I would hope that, you know, no one would really be in the presence of somebody who's withholding feelings for them, because that can become a possessive situation. So you have to be kind of careful with that. But when it comes to, you know, men or women that have
But why is it more
issues
questionable for men than women? Like, if I sit there and I tell a guy, I know that he's not trying to hook up with me, just like I know a girl's not trying to hook up with me. Why is it more questionable for a guy? Oh, well, you don't know, he's just waiting for the right moment. Well, I don't know if she's waiting for the right moment.
And that seems to be like every man's go-to like analogy when it comes to that. Like the first thing their brain goes to is intercourse. Oh, if you're talking to a man, come on, I'm a man. Like they always refer back to that. And when I hear that, when I hear a man say that, it makes me wonder what their intentions are. Because if you're asking me what my intentions are with a friend that I've known before I met you, and there was no intentions there at that time, why all of a sudden there's an intention? So I think, you know, that circles around trust, jealousy, insecurities, you know, lack of communication maybe,
But what
or
if,
better communication.
I just thought of something. What if they feel insecure because that person makes them feel some type of way?
But that's what I mean. How can somebody else?
No, I mean like in a sexual way. Like, oh, I can't have that person around me because maybe I'm attracted to them.
But see, then we have to define attraction.
Exactly.
You know, what is it that is attracting you to someone else?
I think a lot of people don't understand what attraction is. I think attraction doesn't have to just be a sexual.
Not a physical appearance neither.
No, you can. I think you can be attracted to anybody. I believe that there's a lot of attraction in this world, but that does not mean attraction equates sexual intercourse. I meet a lot of people randomly in the streets that I talk to, and I'm attracted to them at that moment, and we have a conversation and we indulge. And I don't think that that means that I'm cheating on my spouse and that now we need to end up in an argument and
over a simple hello.
Over a simple hello.
Like, listen, let's define cheating, because for some reason people, like, I've been listening to stories on the radio when I'm, like, you know, riding around and I listen to Hot 97, and they'll have this topic that expresses, okay, well, if a man likes another woman's picture, is that considered cheating?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So I need to understand what cheating is, because in my definition it's always been sexual intercourse, you know, or anything intimate.
You know what my question is? Who made these stupid freaking rules? Who? Because I am tired of trying to like write some. Can I do this? Wait a minute. Let me write this down. Precisely like that. I don't get it, because they say that we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Snapchat.
It's too easy to contact people nowadays. You don't even have to know who they are.
But it was easy to contact people before. You just had to send them the letter
in the mail.
It just took a couple of days to get to them, or a pigeon or whatever. You just.
Oh man.
They still do pigeon messages. I wish I can get a message from a man by a pigeon. I would be married the next day. I'm kidding.
That would be a miracle.
I would like to see a man do something out of the ordinary.
Yeah, that would be kind of unusual.
Exquisite. There'd be probably a lot less unwanted relationships.
Oh, wait, it's coming. I see it.
You know what? I'm going to let you slide on that. Did you see the dove that he sent me?
Oh, my goodness.
But, you know, I definitely want to help people try and get themselves out of those unwanted positions.
I think one thing to really focus on when it comes to
maybe recognizing it first. Recognizing
conversations is first realizing that so long as the person is open and honest about the communications that they're having, it's pretty harmless. It's almost to the point where if they're doing it freely, without any, thought of repercussion or anything to that extent, then it should be a friendly situation and it should be, warranted. Whereas if they're hiding it or, trying to find ways around communicating with this person when you're not around or however, then that could be, a little bit more of a skeptical situation.
Definitely. I think the most hardest things to do is to step back and really assess your situation. But I think that we should be assessing our situation for everything in life.
I mean, how
Make
many
that
of
clear.
you, like how many of you are in relationships right now, probably all of you, but are allowing your mate to talk to opposite sex friends without you feeling any type of way about it? I mean, to the point where you're like, I don't even have to meet them. I trust my man.
Yeah.
I trust my woman. I
I don't know about not meeting them.
I mean, I don't want to meet my man's girlfriends or
I need to meet every
ex-girlfriends.
single one of them.
I don't care. Especially if I'm the current situation. They should be wanting to meet me. I don't want to meet them. So I'm just going to be honest about that. But
They
if
need
I
to know
trust
from the
my
beginning, they
man
come meet me.
enough to know that, he's, in a situation that he's happy with, and I feel that I don't have.
But I really hope that if I'm in a relationship, they would want me to meet them. I wouldn't have to even clarify that. I would hope for them to just. I'm not in this relationship, so I have a lot of high hopes. So
that's just like me saying, do you want to meet any of my male friends? I mean, I don't know. Maybe some guys are okay with that.
No, I think it should just all be casual. I think everything needs to flow. I think it just needs to be when you're at that point, like, hey, do you want to come over? And so is going to be here as well. Like let the matters flow. I don't think you should ever have to put it forth out like right out there. But
it's almost like you're kind of telling them to pick sides.
I want to pick sides.
But let's say if you go through, let's say you and your man's girlfriend, friend become friends. Now the loyalty is to the person they met first most of the times. So if you have the situation where now you two are like buddy, and you and your man go through something,
I don't think that you should be buddy with your mate's friends.
Okay.
Unless it's commitment.
What do you mean, like marriage?
Yes. Like my boy D on the camera, he married. I'm cool with being buddy with his wife.
Okay.
She's not going nowhere.
Lifetime.
They got kids. She's gonna be around. I can do that. But if it's someone else that you guys have just been dating for like a year or two, I don't know. Like I'll be cool. Like we can all hang out. We can be cool. But I don't think that I should ever cross the line to where I feel like I don't know where their position is. I want to always know where everyone's position is in the relationship.
I want to think people are honest enough to be honest about where they really are in relationships.
I like to tell you when I introduce you to people, I tell you where we are.
Yeah, but to what extent though?
I tell you exactly where we are. This person we're cool with, right? This person you need to pay attention to. But
do you keep that person that you need to pay attention to close though? Because if you're saying that they're questionable,
I say just pay attention to, like, maybe they're gonna be a little flirty or something, or maybe if they might rub off on you.
Acceptable.
Well, because some people are just so nice it sounds like flirting, and you gotta be cautious to be like, look, you might think they're flirting with you, they're just extravagant with their words. They finessing. Don't finesse yourself.
Yeah.
And be like, I don't want your number. They be like, I wasn't asking for it. I just wanted to dance.
That's it.
There's some people like that. It's just I like to always try to make people feel comfortable with my relationships because I feel comfortable with the relationships I have.
Yeah, I do too. I typically don't go into relationships trying to control their social life. It's usually me, kind of giving into their comfort level. Because I know a lot of guys. I grew up around a lot of guys. So,
why do you want to give in?
And it's all harmless.
Why do you want to give in?
I think it's all about the respect level also.
But is there a boundary of giving in to their boundary? Like when do they think of your boundary? When do they extend? When will the other person extend their boundary because you know that you're extending your boundary?
I don't know. I don't.
Shouldn't
I don't
people
even think
consider
that
that?
happens sometimes.
Like
in
you
most
guys
situations.
should consider that. Like we all should consider that. I don't think that makes someone less. I'm not saying that person in the relationship is not worthy. I think that a lot of people don't realize that other people are extending themselves for them. And if you can't realize it, maybe you should ask. Ask more questions. Ask how you feel. I believe a lot of my relationships have felt because guys haven't asked me how I felt, on how I wanted a relationship to start, on where I expected things to go, how fast or slow. Just because we all want to have that immediate connection and that immediate bond, and tomorrow we're helping each other pay bills all of a sudden, and you're sharing cars, and now you're pregnant.
Which would be a blessing, by the way.
But it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Like, we have to communicate. We need to tell each other what we're expecting, especially in our 30s.
But you know what? Just to rewind, I actually want to bring it back to cheating for just a second, because that seems to be a trend. And sometimes I kind of look at that in a way to try to understand why people stay in relationships that they've been cheating on. If, maybe you felt like maybe these type of situations lead to cheating, that's not always the case, but sometimes you do end up in in an uncompromising situation where cheating does occur. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Being realistic. So to stay in a relationship, because I try to understand it, from every angle, because I've never stayed with anybody that cheated on me. So it's hard for me to do that. And sometimes I want to say, if my man cheated on me, we got kids together, we're married, and if he cheats on me, we can get through it.
Mm-hmm.
What we've been through was worth way more.
Mm-hmm.
And society also makes it okay for women to be cheated on and accept it and try to make things better in the situation.
Oh yeah, it's like a bird flying over your head. Did you see that? No.
What
Did
is
you?
so hard about leaving a situation
For a woman?
once you've been...
For a woman?
Yeah. Because I don't think men stay around more than women do when they're cheated on.
I don't think a lot of women survive after.
Yeah, it's like, how do you
after
even
they get to
handle
if
that?
a woman gets to cheat on a man, it's.
I mean, and we're talking about a real life situation. You could be married, you can have children. Y'all could be having a whole household together. And splitting everything down to the diapers. But what is it about the fact that this man just betrayed your trust that you feel that he will not do it again?
My thing is why is it so easy for men to cheat instead of talking? If you can open up your mouth and say, "Shorty, can I get your number? My girl not treating me right." Why can't you open up your mouth and say, "Shorty, you're not treating me right. Can we get another date night?"
Yeah. And I think that will also eliminate, a lot of
unwanted pregnancies.
Yeah.
And
unwanted STDs. Can't forget about those, because that's definitely running rampant. I don't care
no
how
one
much
can
people
forget
try
about
to
an
turn
STD.
Yeah, no matter how much people try to turn.
I never want to ever in my life have one. I am so sure about that. Never.
Yeah, I don't imagine that that's a good situation to be in.
I'd rather have an unwanted pregnancy. You know what? I got 9 months to think about it.
No, I wouldn't even want an unwanted pregnancy, because that child suffers.
Oh yes, definitely. My tubes are tied, so I made sure of that, because it's very important to just make sure you want to have. Guys, I made sure I wanted to have the kids halfway through, right? Because I had 3. The first one, it was a surprise. As for a lot of people in the age that I was in, 18, young, confused, didn't know what was going on, but it happens. And the moment I found out about it, I told myself, I'm going to be the grown woman I've been acting like and start taking care of my son. Well, I didn't know at that time I was going to have a son, but I did. And I was going to take care of my baby, and I was going to do the right thing for my son, because at the end of the day, I chose to do what I wanted to do. And I had to own up to it. And a lot of times that situation can't always be that crystal clear for everyone. And a lot of times people don't know how to understand that. And every situation is different. But I believe that with people like myself and Nikki, that we can stop so many things from happening.
We need to stop. I think one of the things that should stop is telling your child to test the waters.
Yeah.
I don't think the waters need to be tested. I think that
you can test the waters on paper.
I think that
on paper. Can't you send love letters first?
Yeah.
Love the letters.
I think
first.
You know, it's so unfortunate that the pressure falls more on the boys. The boys that turn into men later on in life.
Yeah.
They get the most pressure, and you know, I kind of wish these men would stop doing that to these little boys, because they get it in their mind that they're supposed to have multiple girlfriends, and they never really know what it takes to get to know one female. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's definitely a problem. Whereas the woman is told to be with just one man, so she knows how to get to know one man. Yeah. So, you know, it's a contradiction, and
I think
a confusion
also. Yeah, it's a confusion. I think the best way to get past that is to start dealing with self-love first, and start pressing more on teaching people to get to know themselves first, and know how to appreciate themselves first, and know when things are going to start bothering them first. Like, I know when, like, the full moon is coming, I know I'm starting to get antsy and stuff. And
write down your likes and dislikes about you. Like, some people can't even say 5 things that they like about themselves. Like, they don't even know. Like, oh, man, I never thought about that. Or 5 things they dislike. They be like, oh, I don't dislike anything. Trust me, there's something about yourself that you dislike. You just have to dig a little deeper to find out what it is. And I think once you can find out who you are, you'll know what you're looking for. Because people look for the person that they are.
Let's show an example. You give one dislike and 1 like, and I'll give 1 and 1.
Okay.
So you give 1 like and 1 dislike.
I love about myself, because I love myself, is my sense of humor. You know, I'm always wanting to be happy, you know, and smiling. I do believe that smiles are contagious. So, you know, that's one thing I do love about myself. I always want the people in my circle to be happy. And one thing I do dislike about myself is that I do have an attitude problem. You know, sometimes I take a situation and turn it into more than what it really is. That really is something I dislike about myself.
But I love your eye roll. I can't even do it.
Thank you, Marjorie, baby. Thank you. Someone appreciates it. But I can admit that, though. You know, that's something about myself that I do know is a problem.
And you try to catch it sometimes, right?
I do.
When you sit there and you're like, wait a minute, I see where this is going. I think I need to sip some tea.
Oh, man. Okay, what about you?
Okay, so my turn. Okay, so my turn. What do I like about myself?
Love. What do you love about yourself?
Well, I really love that I can... Oh, my God, there's so many things. Let me pick one.
Yes, just one. She was getting ready to give a dialogue. Trust me.
I'll tell you. Okay, I
know.
I love my hair.
Oh, yeah.
I love my hair. I love my curls. I love playing with my curls. I love putting my hair in different directions. I love telling people not to touch my hair because they don't need to. And then there's some people that just love to touch my hair, so I can't not stop them. But it happens, you know. I guess it's because I love my hair. And something I don't like about myself. One thing I don't like about myself is sometimes I do cap my honesty.
Oh, no.
I do cap my honesty.
You can't do that, though, because then you take away from who you really are when you do that.
I know, but I feel like, you know, sometimes I can be so raw I can really eat right through person. Like, I guess, like
But
that.
but you know what? I can guarantee that will probably either teach them to be stronger, or teach
just
them
not
that it's
talk to
not
me
for
ever
you.
again.
Yeah. Or just say that this is definitely, I'm not strong enough for this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I
Yeah.
don't think that's a bad character trait, though. Being
People
honest
definitely
is good.
tell me TMI too much.
Okay. I mean, I guess, yeah, it depends on to the extent.
Because I always tell people, like, sometimes I be having that shit face. And they say, "Are you okay, Marjorie?"
Yeah,
And I'm
I
like,
asked her that today when I got here. I'm like, "Are you okay?"
"Yeah, I had cramps. If I have cramps, I'm quiet and I'm looking at you real hard, and I'm gonna tell you I got cramps." And then guys say that's too much, and I say, "Well, it happens every month, so I think it's too much for me. I don't know what you're complaining about. You're just hearing about it, so
just going through pain and expressing it. That's all."
Right? Share with
Right.
me.
I mean, as a man, I think a man should definitely understand that. I mean, they don't go through that every month. So if a woman is in pain because, you know, she's going through a friendly situation, it shouldn't be a mishap to a man.
Yeah, and it's like one of the reasons why, like, she thought there was something wrong with me, and I was just like dazed out, just thinking about other things. And it's like, you know, if she didn't ask me, her mind would have been wandering for the rest of the night. Like, does she even want me here? Like, wait a minute, what if she doesn't want me to co-host anymore? Like, oh my God, you know. And people's mind go like that. People's mind go like that, and it doesn't need to. And that's why I love this girl, because she feels comfortable to ask me questions, and I feel comfortable to ask her questions, and we both know that it's gonna come from the heart, you know. And
sometimes she gives it to me raw, you know. Like, I'm very happy that her birthday is on Sunday, and I wanted to spend it with her in the morning, and she politely told me I cannot. And that's perfectly fine.
No, I said yes. You're coming, right?
No, you told me
we're having brunch.
You said I was not invited.
See, this is why text messaging doesn't always work.
That is true.
Text messaging does not always work. And autocorrect has not been my friend lately.
Oh, yeah, because mine's is messed up, too. Like, iPhones definitely
I put 4, and it spells fit, and I'm like, where?
Grammar problems.
So we'll talk about that off screen. We'll discuss.
Okay. So I got my invite.
It's my birthday, girl. It's going down.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
right? I'm gonna be 34. I'm gonna love this year. 34. I've never been 34 before. I've been waiting to be 34. I remember when I was 12 years old, and I was thinking, like, where am I gonna be at? Am I gonna be in a relationship? Definitely not. But I have kids, you know.
But that's not a choice. You can't really make not being in a relationship, because she has a waiting list. Let's not get it confused, okay? She's just being very wise about the choices that she makes in the relationships, because every relationship makes you smarter than the last. So
yeah,
it's not that she doesn't want to be in a relationship. It's that she's weighing her options very carefully. Which everyone should.
Yes, like I believe that a relationship needs to be open-minded.
It needs to be free. You know, and I honestly, you know, I don't care if your relationship is polygamous or monogamous.
Yeah.
I don't think either or makes a difference.
It's what makes you happy.
Both are comfortable and you both understand it and you both are complete and honest about what you both want, I don't see nothing wrong with neither or.
My honesty has gotten me single, so...
Men don't like honesty for some apparent reason. I've had men tell me that if, you know, that my honesty is too brutal. You know, and I don't try to come off like, you know, a tough cookie or anything. I'm just very open-minded. And I believe that I want the same thing. So if I'm telling you something, if you tell me something that's going to hurt my feelings, I'm going to tell you it's going to hurt my feelings. But it's not going to be the end of the world. Yeah. You know, and for some people, when you hurt their feelings, it's the end of the world. And I don't really understand that concept.
The end of the world?
Yeah, like they can't move on. Like, if they are not with you,
like
they
Celine
cannot
Dion?
be with anybody.
Like Celine Dion?
It's almost like a life threatening situation.
Well, you know what? A lot of that is going to be touched on our show, on our game, our game show that we're going to be playing.
That's why I'm so excited.
It's going to be called it's called the Street Feud.
Oh wow!
It's definitely going to be something that we're going to bring back. I see the potential
girls
now.
versus the boys. I'm trying to say the men versus the women.
Right?
Yes, it's going to be.
Yeah.
A roller coaster ride. So be prepared, buckle up, because it's going to be one you don't want to miss. Oh, the girls are definitely, with women, are definitely going to win. I'm just going to throw that out there now.
What if it's a tiebreaker?
Oh, then we got to have a tiebreaker question.
What if we're equally lost?
So that could happen too. Everybody's like,
or we can be equally on the same path to finding ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we're all in the same moment to where we
all could be thinking the same way and don't
are we ready?
Realize it.
Are we ready to be honest? Are we ready to say what we really want to say? Try it. Try and tell one person how you really feel this week.
Oh yeah. If you can, even if you can aim for 2, go for 2. I think the more you open up.
Well, try one first, right? You know,
think of Kanye
peel
West.
That onion back.
Think about the Kanye West when you think of opening up.
Yes. Think about boundaries, not unbound, because think about boundaries. You know, think about how people are going and opening up. You know, think about the Kanye West and Candace Owens and that Diamond Silk and Mark Dice. And
everybody doesn't have to agree with you, but just the fact that you're getting your point across is what's the most important thing.
Look into it, check it out, see what's happening. There's so many people out there that can show you another light and show you another example. You know, and before, we go, I wanted to touch base that, there's things out there that you can get help and you can get other kind of assistance. This is just a book that I came by at a flea market, 25 cents.
You ain't bought me one?
I bought 3 books. I bought 3 books.
You only have one? Because I just read the back of the book and I was interested in it. Because 8 out of the 10 questions touched me because I go through those situations in my relationship.
Yes, so the rest of them. Well, the name of the book is called, and I'm not trying to single anyone out. It's just information that we can use. The title doesn't mean that you shouldn't read it or not read it. But it's called Men Who Hate Women and the Women Who Love Them. And it's written by a doctor. And it's actually from 1987, which I love antiques. I think it's vital that we learn what people were thinking back then and try and find a book to what we're thinking back and right now and see how that corresponds with each other and see if there's a pattern, see if we're still having the same kind of relationship issues. Because if we're still having the same kind of relationship issues, then it's time to start
doing something different.
To do something different. It's time to start looking at different kind of options because we can't keep going down the same road.
And we got too many broken relationships. And I'm not saying everybody has to aim for marriage because I know I don't. But there are a lot of people that do, and that's perfectly fine if that's what you want.
Yeah.
But just be sure that the person that you're with is the person that wants to be with you just as much as you want to be with them. And it has to be on an even plateau. You can't have one higher than the other, or it's always going to be a chemical imbalance in the relationship.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to end up stepping out.
Yeah. Like I gave an example last week when we were talking after the show. I was saying our relationships are like a tug of war, right? And the war is keeping the little stripe line in the middle, right? And if one side is pulling too hard, you'll never be able to keep the line in the middle because you're pulling. The line's going to go off. So you always need someone else equally pulling just as hard to keep that line in line. And you need to understand that. You can't be pulling by yourself.
I agree with that.
And you definitely can't be pulling more, you can't put more strength in it than your other partner is or is not.
Yeah, you can't try to make up for their strength. Because if you're gonna overexhaust yourself.
Yeah. You
That's
can only
just the
pull
fact
your
of the
weight.
matter.
You can only pull your weight. So before we go, I just wanted to read a couple of questions that were on here. I think that they're really good thoughts to think about, maybe monthly, 6 months, a year, whenever it's time to think about yourself, right? So one of the ones that I thought was really good is, have you given up important activities or people to keep your spouse happy?
That's a really good question.
Which one did you like, Nikki?
I liked does he belittle your opinions, your feelings, or your accomplishments? I think, there's situations where you might feel like you're being put down.
Yeah, address those kind of situations if you're feeling like that. I think the other one is, does he withdraw money? Oh, does he withdraw love, money, approval, or sex to punish you?
Yeah, that's deep. And I like the one right underneath that one too. Does he blame you for everything that goes wrong in the relationship?
And he could be a she, whatever.
Yeah.
Does the person in the relationship with you blame you for everything that's going wrong? There's something wrong. Even if it's you, there's something wrong. Because it's impossible for one person to be doing absolutely everything wrong. And if there's one person that is all to blame, then that you need to tell that other person, obviously I'm not the one for you. And I really hope that you find the one for you, but this is a toxic relationship. And I know it's never easy to say something like that to somebody.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm not saying that it's easy. Let me not say it like that, but it's not as hard as people make it out to be.
Okay.
That I will say. People kind of make it seem like it's like jumping off of a twin tower.
You can put it in your own words. You don't have to be as blunt as I am, because I do say
I'm
it
very
like that.
blunt,
I
too.
Promise you.
I'm too straightforward.
I say it like that. Right, Nikki?
Yeah.
I say it like
We're definitely two of a kind. Not that we're not waiting for men to come break us. That's not the message that we're trying to put out there. We're just saying that we know where our hearts are at.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to find the other half of it.
Yeah. I think you want someone to fight for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like you want to fight for that person. No, if I have someone tell me, I don't think you love me enough. What do you mean I don't love you enough? And I'm going to take the next 2 or 3 weeks showing you everything that I've already been doing, just highlighting it. You don't see this love I'm giving you? You like them waffles.
They fluffy today.
This is how I love. Sometimes you gotta, show it. Look.
Yeah. And sometimes you do have to mention it, because maybe you are, that they say it's 5 languages to love. 5 sign languages to love. So maybe that person just never seen the type of love that you have for them. So maybe you might have to point it out to them. But I'm going to see it.
So work on that this week. Right?
And be back on Sunday.
Yes.
That's going to be one to wait for.
Yes. Well, no, it's the episode after. We're gonna do one more show.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do one more show, and then we're gonna air.
We got a lot for you guys coming.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we're gonna wrap things up.
I hope you guys have fun tonight. I know I did. And I am definitely happy that a lot of people are tuning into our channel and liking our videos and actually taking just, a little bit of time out their day to see where we're coming from and understand that we're just trying to put the message out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people that probably want to put this message out there and don't know how to. So I'm glad that we're able to give them that platform to do so if they want to do something like that.
So please remember, subscribe, and share us. Please, I know there's other people out there that need to hear our message.
Please don't be scared to comment. Let us know what you're thinking.
Engage.
We interact as well.
Even if you pointed something out that we might have said wrong or right, just say it. We want to hear what your thoughts are.
And don't forget to hit us on our Instagram with any questions, any topics that you might want us to talk about, or any game suggestions, even if you have in mind that you might want to participate in, because we definitely take participants when we do have these game shows. So always stay tuned for that also, because we like to engage the community into our world so that we can all become one.
Thank you.
Thank you.